Hi students, I hope you all fine and safe. And this is Raji ma'am, your science teacher, and welcome to my science class. Today I am going to continue the same lesson, Unit 9 Solutions. So before going to start a lesson, I am going to recall your previous classes. What is solutions? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substance. Okay. Then what are the components of solutions? Yes, there are two components present in one solution. There are solute and solvent. What is the nature of solute? Yes, very good. The nature of solute is solid. Okay, the nature of solute is solid. Then give one example of solute particle. Yes, very good. Salt and sugar. These two also examples of solute. Okay, because of these two also in the form of solid. Then what is the state of solvent? Yes, the state of solvent is liquid. Give an example of solvent. Yes, very good. Water. Water is a form of liquid. This is one of the solvent. Okay. Then what is the nature of solution? Yes, very good. The nature of solution, it is also liquid state. Is it clear? Next one question. What is solute and what is solvent? What is solute? The amount of solute is lesser. It is dissolved in a solvent means that is solute. Okay. Then what is solvent? The larger amount that dissolved in a substance, that is solvent. Then how to make one solution? We need two substance, one is solute, another one is solvent, then only we can get one solution. Okay, for example, salt solution. If you want to prepare a salt solutions means you need two substance, one is salt, that is solute particle, another one is water. Water is a solvent. Okay, so what is the formula of solution? Yes, very good. Solute plus solvent gives to solution. That is solute plus solvent is equal to solution. Okay. Okay students. Now I start the class. Take your science book and turn the page number 124. The lesson is solutions unit 9. Okay. Already we studied in page number 120. Page number 125, types of solution. In last class we studied two types of solution based on nature of solute and solvent. Another one is based on type of solvent. Okay. So in type of solvent we studied aqueous solution and non-aqueous solution. If water is act as solvent means that is aqueous solution. If other than water any liquid act as solvent, that is non-aqueous solution. So what is the examples of non-aqueous solution? Yes, very good. Alcohol, benzene, ethers, carbon disulfide and acetone. These are examples of non-aqueous solution. Then what is examples of aqueous solution? Yes, copper sulfate in water and common salt in water and sugar in water. So these are examples of aqueous solution. Dear students, in your science book, turn the page number 126. Okay. Now we are going to learn about third types of solution based on amount of solute. Okay. So see the paragraph. The amount of solute that can be dissolved in the given amount of solvent is limited under any given conditions. So amount of this solute means நம்ம எவ்வளவு எடுத்துக்கிறோமோ அதுதான் என்னன்னா இங்கே amount of solute அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். So what is the nature of solute? The nature of solute is solid. Okay, for example, sugar and salt. So the amount of solute, for example, if you are taking 10 gram sugar or 15 gram sugar or 20 or 30 gram sugar, that is amount of solute. Okay, so amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solvent. For example, if you are taking the amount of solvent is 100 gram of water, 150 gram of water or 300 gram of water. Okay, these are examples for a given amount of solvent. You know very well, solvent is the form of liquid. Amount means the gram, that is mass or weight of a substance. Okay, so the amount of solute is dissolved in a given amount of solvent in a given conditions. Here conditions means, for example, temperature and pressure. Okay, in particular temperature and particular pressure, if you are taking the given amount of solute is completely dissolved in a given amount of solvent, that is the third type of solution. So this is based on, you have to classify it in three types of solution. One is saturated solution, another one unsaturated solution, another one supersaturated solutions. Okay, based on amount of solute, the solutions are classified in three types. One is saturated solution, second unsaturated solution, third supersaturated solutions. See the first one, saturated solutions. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved in a definite amount of the solvent at a given temperature is called saturated solution. Okay, so listen here, this is one of the 2-mark question. Okay, I will explain. For example, if you are taking 36 gram of sodium chloride. Okay, so the amount of sodium chloride is 36 gram. The amount of sodium chloride is 36 gram. Here sodium chloride is a solute particle. Here sodium chloride is a solute particle. Okay, so in a given amount of sodium chloride, how much? 36 gram. So the amount of sodium chloride is 36 gram. It is dissolved in 100 gram of water. It is dissolved in 100 gram of water. Okay, so 100 gram of water is a amount of solvent. The amount of solvent is 100 gram of water. And you know the conditions, one is pressure, another one is temperature. Here they are giving the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if you are preparing one saturated solutions means you need 36 gram of solute and 100 gram of solvent. Okay, if you are preparing saturated solutions means you need 36 gram of solute and 100 gram of solvent. Okay, so at 25 degrees Celsius temperature, the given amount of solute solid particle dissolved in a 100 gram of solvent means that is saturated solution. Is it clear? See the next page, unsaturated solution. Unsaturated solutions means the unsaturated solution is one that contains less solute than that of saturated solution at a given temperature. You know very well, In saturated solutions, we need 36 gram of solute, okay. Then 100 gram of solvent. In unsaturated solutions, take less amount of saturated solution solute particle, okay. அதாவது நம்ம saturated solutionsல எடுத்தது 36 கிராம், அந்த 36 grams solute particle விட கம்மியாக நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிக்கணும்னா unsaturated solutionsக்கு நம்ம எடுத்துக்கணும், ஓகேயா. ஸோ if the amount of solute is lesser than the saturated solutions, it is dissolved in a given amount of solvent, that is unsaturated solution. So, and see the examples. If you are taking 10 gram or 20 gram or 30 gram of sodium chloride. Here sodium chloride is the solute particle. If you taking 10 gram or 20 gram or 30 gram. So compare this amount of solute to saturated solutions, it is very lesser, okay. So if you are taking less amount of solute than the saturated solutions, it is dissolved in a 100 gram of water at the same 25 degree Celsius temperature. Okay, this solution will be unsaturated solution. Let's see the third types of solution, supersaturated solution. The solution is one that contains more solute than the saturated solution at a given temperature, okay. For example, the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. If you are taking above the 36 gram of solute particle, you are taking the same solute particle, sodium chloride, but the amount of sodium chloride is higher than the saturated solutions, okay. So if you are taking 40 gram of sodium chloride is dissolved in 100 gram of water at 25 degrees Celsius temperature, the solution will be formed supersaturated solution, because of you are taking above 36 gram of solute, okay. So above 36 gram of solute means that is supersaturated solution. Correct 36 gram of solute means that is saturated solution. If the amount of solute is lesser than the 36 gram means that is unsaturated solutions, okay. The next one, the supersaturated solutions are unstable. Supersaturated solutions are unstable because of the amount of solute is larger. The amount of solute is larger அப்படின்னா நம்ம எடுத்திருக்க சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் நிறைய இருக்கும்போது அந்த 100 கிராம் வாட்டர்ஸில் டிசால்வ் ஆகும். ஆஃப்டர் ஃபியூ செகண்ட்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது எப்படி இருக்கும், அகைன் இட் இஸ் ஃபார்ம் crystals. Crystals mean the solid nature of the particles, okay. So saturated solutions means we need 36 gram of solute particle, and unsaturated means we need below 36 gram of solute, and supersaturated solutions we need above 36 gram of solute particle, but the temperature is constant for all the types of solutions, saturated, unsaturated and supersaturated solutions. The temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and then the amount of solvent is 100 gram. The amount of solvent is 100 gram. It's same for saturated solution, unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. Let's see the next topic, concentrated and dilute solution. It is another one kind of classification of unsaturated solutions. What is unsaturated solution? If you are taking the amount of solute is lesser than the saturated particles, okay, saturated particles. For example, 15 gram of solute dissolved in 100 gram of water at 25 degrees Celsius, that is unsaturated solutions. Okay, so the concentrated and dilute solutions are another one kind of classification of unsaturated solutions, and it expresses the relative concentration of two solutions with respect to the solute present in the given amount of solvent. For example, we have unsaturated solutions. Then how will you express means you have to relate the concentration of two solutions with respect to solute present in a given amount of solvent. For example, if you preparing tea, okay, if you preparing tea, ஸோ நம்ம டீ குடித்ததுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்லுவோம், இஃப் த டீ இஸ் ஸ்ட்ராங், இஃப் த டீ இஸ் வீக், எப்படி சொல்லுவோம், அந்த டீயில் சுகர் கரெக்டாக இருந்தது அப்படின்னா நம்ம ஸ்ட்ராங்கான டீ அப்போ நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். இஃப் த அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் சுகர் இஸ் லெஸர் இன் எ டீ அப்படின்னா அதை நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்லுவோம், இந்த டீ வந்து டேஸ்ட்டு சரியில்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ அந்த டீயோட டேஸ்ட்டு ஸ்வீட்டாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னா that is based on the amount of sugar present in a tea, that is concentrated, because of concentrated means strong. Okay, நம்ம டீயை வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங்குன்னு சொல்கிறோன்னா அதில் எந்த அளவுக்கு நம்ம சுகர் ஆட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படிங்கிறத பொறுத்து தான் நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்லுவோம், அந்த டீயை வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ அப்போ டீ ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருந்துச்சு, அதான் டீயில் நம்ம அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் சுகர் அதிகமாக போட்டிருக்கோம், டீ ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்குது அப்படின்னா அந்த லிக்விட் டீங்கிற ஒரு லிக்விட் நமக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும்னா திக்காக இருக்கும். ஓகேங்களா, தென் இப்போ டீயில் நம்ம சுகரை வந்து லோவாக ஆட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், கம்மியாக போட்டிருக்கோம். டீ நீங்கள் குடிச்சு பார்த்துட்டீங்க, டீ வந்து நமக்கு நல்லா இல்லை, உடனே என்னென்னு சொல்லுவோம், இன்றைக்கி டீ சரியில்லை, என்ன ஒன்று குறையுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவீங்க. ஸோ அப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா இந்த அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் சுகரை நம்ம குறைச்சிருக்கும் போது அந்த டீயோட டேஸ்ட்டு மாறுது. ஸோ அப்போ அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் சுகர் ஹையர் மீன்ஸ் the tea will be strong. If the amount of sugar is lesser in a tea, the tea will be a weak. ஓகே, ஸோ அப்போ டீயை ஒரு சுகரை வச்சு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், இந்த டீ ஸ்ட்ராங்கு, இந்த டீ வந்து வீக்குன்னு நம்ம வந்து கன்சிடர் பண்ணுறோம். ஸோ அப்போ டீ வந்து வீக்காக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அதோட அந்த லிக்விட் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா நமக்கு டீ பார்க்கும்போது ரொம்ப தண்ணியாக தெரியும். ஓகேங்களா, ஸோ we have two solutions. So we have two solutions, that is unsaturated solutions. You have to compare these two solutions, which one is concentrated and which one is dilute solutions. Okay, so the amount of solute is present in solution is larger means that kind of solution is concentrated solutions. Concentrated means strong. Okay, then if the amount of solute present in the solution is, the solution will be diluted. Dilute means weak. Okay, then how to identify this solution is concentrated, this solution is dilute means you have to identify the solution is concentrated or dilute with respect to solute present in the given amount of solvent, the solute present in the given amount of solvent. So if the amount of solute is larger in a solutions means that is concentrated solution. If the amount of solute is lesser in a solutions means that is dilute solution. So concentrated means stronger, then dilute means weak. Let's see the next paragraph. We have one two more question. What is concentrated solution? When we compare two solutions having the same solute and solvent, the one which contains higher amount of solute per the given amount of solvent is said to be concentrated solution. Okay, so in a solution contain higher amount of solute means that's concentrated solution. Then what is dilute solution? If a solution contain lesser amount of solute, okay, if a solution contain lesser amount of solute, the solution will be dilute solution. So what is dilute solution? In a given solution, the solution contain lesser amount of solute, the solution will be called as dilute solution. Okay, then see the picture. So in this picture, this is beaker and blue color is a solvent, that is water, and brown color bubbles, that is solute particle, for example sugar and salt. Okay, so if you take two beaker and fill the same amount of liquid, that is solvent water, and add different amount of solute particle. So from this picture you have to identify which one is a dilute solution and which one is a concentrated solution. Already I said, in a given amount of solution it contains higher solute particles means that is concentrated solution. If a solution contains lesser amount of solute means that is dilute solution. So you have to compare these two beakers. In these two beakers, the first beaker contain lesser amount of solute. So this is dilute solution. Okay. In second beaker contain larger amount of solute particles. So this is concentrated solution. Okay students. Dilute solutions means the solution contain lesser amount of solute. Concentrated solutions means the solution contain larger amount of solute. And see the activity 1. Look at the following pictures. Label them as a dilute and concentrated solution and justify your answer. The first one is tea. The second one is copper sulfate. How to identify which one is dilute solution, which one is concentrated solution? The first teacup is concentrated solution. Like that, the first copper sulfate solution is concentrated solution because of the amount of solute is larger. Okay. Then the second teacup and the second copper sulfate solution, this dilute solution because of the solute is lesser amount. Then how will you identify these two also coffee, these two also copper sulfate solution? Because of, if the amount of solute is larger, the amount of solute is larger means the color will be changed. The physical characters, colors, density, அது வந்து நமக்கு சேஞ்சஸ் ஆகும்போதே நம்ம ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக என்ன பண்ணிடலாம்னா இதை கான்சன்ட்ரேட்டட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிடலாம். இஃப் த அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் சொல்யூட் இஸ் லெஸர் மீன்ஸ் the density of the substance and color of the substance, அதை வச்சு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா இது dilute solutions அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லிடலாம். அதான் சொன்னேன், best example is tea. If the amount of sugar is increased mean the tea will be strong அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். அப்போ எப்படி இருக்கும், நல்லா திக்காக இருக்கும். இப்போ நம்ம அந்த சுகரை வந்து கம்மியாக போட்டோம்னா அந்த டீ எப்படி இருக்குன்னா தண்ணி மாதிரி இருக்கும், அந்த டென்சிட்டி வந்து அந்த இடத்துல லோவாகுது. ஸோ இதை நம்ம பேஸ் பண்ணி கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். ஓகே. The next topic, solubility. Solubilityனா எப்படி கரைகிறது அப்படிங்கிறதான் கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிசால்வ் ஆர் அன்கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிசால்வ்னு பார்க்குறதா நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்லுவோம்னா solubility, எந்த அளவுக்கு கரையுதுங்கிறது நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். So see the definition. The amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent at a given temperature, that is solubility. Okay, this is one of the 2 mark question. Kindly mark the 2 mark. Solubility means the given amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent. What is the nature of solute? Yes, very good. The nature of solute is solid. For example, sugar and salt. Then what is the nature of solvent? Solvent is a liquid state. For example, water. Okay. So then what is the uses of solubility means it is used to measure how much of solubility can dissolve in a specified amount of solvent. How much of solute can be dissolved in a specified amount of solventக்கு நம்ம இதை யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். அதாவது ஒரு liquid solutions இருக்குது. அந்த solutions நம்ம என்ன வேணும்? One is solute, another one is solvent we need. ஸோ இந்த அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் சொல்யூட் எந்த அளவுக்கு டிசால்வ் ஆகுது சால்வெண்ட்டில் அப்படின்னு பார்க்குறது தான் என்னதுன்னா solubility. And see the next page 128, the first paragraph. Define solubility. Define solubility. It is defined as the number of gram of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of solvent to form its saturated solution at a given temperature and pressure. So in a given temperature and pressure, for example at 25 degrees Celsius temperature, at 25 degrees Celsius temperature, okay, the given amount of solute, already they given, it is a saturated solution. So saturated solutions means we need 36 gram of solute. In saturated solution we need 36 gram of solute and 100 gram of water. Okay, 36 gram of solute and 100 gram of water. If the 36 gram of solute, here we are taking sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is salt. So you know very well what is sodium chloride. Yes, very good. In our home everyone using the salt, common salt, that name only sodium chloride, NaCl. Okay, so chemical name of common salt is sodium chloride. The symbol is NaCl. So if you taking 36 gram of sodium chloride, it is dissolved in 100 gram of water at 25 degrees Celsius temperature. The solution is unsaturated solution. So the number of gram of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of solvent form its saturated solution at a given temperature and pressure, that is called as solubility. Okay, this is one of the 2-mark question. And what is NaCl? Yes, very good. NaCl means sodium chloride. NaCl is sodium chloride. The common salt, நம்ம வீட்டில் யூஸ் பண்ணுற சால்ட் தான் என்னென்னா sodium chloride, NaCl அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். So you have to find the solubility of NaCl. You have to find the solubility of NaCl in water. If you taking the NaCl is 36 gram at 25 degrees Celsius, calculate the solubility of NaCl. இதிலேருந்து நமக்கு ஒரு சம்மு கேட்குறாங்க. ஓகேங்களா, find the solubility of solute in a 25 degrees Celsius அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துருவாங்க. Then how we can calculate the solubility of solute? See the formula. The solubility is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100. Mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100. This is the solubility formula. Dear students, kindly note it. this is based on book back numerical problem. Okay, இதுலேருந்து நம்ம questions வந்துடும். ஸோ நல்ல ஃபார்முலாவை நல்லா படிச்சுக்கோங்க. solubility is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100. So see the examples. We are taking 36 gram of solute, 36, that is mass of solute. So 36 gram of sodium chloride, that is a mass of solute, divided by mass of solvent in the 100 gram of solvent. 100 gram of water is a mass of solvent. Okay, into 100. So solubility formula, mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100. The next one, see the tabular column. They given the solubility of these solute particle. The first one, sodium carbonate. The formula of sodium carbonate is CaCO3. Here yes, they mention yes, the CaCO3 state of matter is solid state, so they given yes. Okay, so calcium carbonate, the solubility value is 0.0013. calcium carbonate, the solubility value is 0.0013 gram. Okay, so what is the formula of calcium carbonate? CaCO3. What is the state of calcium carbonate? That is solid state. Okay, let's see the second example, sodium chloride. NaCl is a sodium chloride. So formula of sodium chloride is NaCl. The state of sodium chloride is solid state. Then NaCl is 36. Okay, then let's see the third example, ammonia. Then what is the formula of ammonia? NH3. NH3 is ammonia. State of ammonia is gaseous state. Then what is the solubility of ammonia? 48. Next example, sodium hydroxide. So what is the formula of sodium hydroxide? The sodium hydroxide formula is NaOH. This is a solid state matter. Then what is the solubility value? 80. Okay, the next one, glucose. What is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. C6H12O6. This is a solid formation. Okay, then what is the solubility of glucose? 91. Solubility of glucose is 91. The next one, sodium bromide. Sodium bromide. What is the formula? NaBr. NaBr is sodium bromide. This is a solid state matter. Then what is the solubility value of sodium bromide? 95. 95. Okay. The next one, sodium iodide. Sodium iodide. What is the formula of sodium iodide? NaI. Sodium iodide is NaI. It is a solid state matter. It is a solid state matter. Then what is the solubility value of sodium iodide? 184. And see the examples. Ca, that is calcium. C, carbon. O, oxygen. Okay, the next one, Na, sodium. Cl, chlorine. Then third example, N, nitrogen. H3, that is hydrogen. The next one, sodium hydroxide. Na is sodium. Hydrogen. O, oxygen. Let's see the glucose formula. C, carbon. Hydrogen. O, oxygen. The next one, sodium bromide. Na, sodium. Br, bromine. The next one example, sodium iodide. Na is sodium. I, iodine. Okay students, so this tabulation is very important questions because they are asking 1 mark and 2 mark. Okay students, now I am going to recall the today topics. The types of solutions based on amount of solute. These are classified in 3 types. One is saturated solution, unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. If the amount of solute is 36 gram means that is saturated solution. If the amount of solute is less than 36 gram means that is unsaturated solution. The next one, if the amount of solute is above the 36 gram of solute means that is supersaturated solution. So these 3 types of solutions need 25 degrees Celsius temperature and 100 gram of water. Okay. The next one, which type of solution is unstable? Which type of solution is unstable? The supersaturated types of solution is unstable because the solute is reappearing the crystal. The next one, concentrated and dilute solution. What is the meaning of concentrated? Strong. What is the meaning of dilute? Weak. What is concentrated solution? The solution contain higher amount of solute means that is concentrated solution. If the solution contain lesser amount of solute in a given solvent means that is dilute solution. Okay. The next one, solubility. What is the uses of solubility? It is used to measure the amount of solute can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent. The solubility is used to measure the given amount of solute can be dissolved in a specific amount of solvent. Okay. The next one, what is the definition of solubility? The solubility is defined as the number of gram of solute that can be dissolved in a 100 gram of solvent to form its saturated solution. So saturated solutions means we need 36 gram of solute and 100 gram of solvent at 25 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, then what is the formula of solubility? The solubility formula is solubility is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100. The next one, this tabulation. So you have to memorize these solute particles, solubility value and chemical formula of this substance. Okay students, I hope you all understand this concept. If you have any doubt, kindly ask me. I will clarify your doubts. Okay.